Hey there, it's Kalymnios from TheThoughtGym.com and welcome to this week's video blog. This week I'm going to share with you what makes you happy. In fact, what makes you feel anything, what creates your mood, your state, how you feel at any moment in time. For those of you that have been following me for a while, you probably, if you've seen the last couple of videos, know that I'm going through a few challenges at the moment, and like everybody else, you know, I get down sometimes, and although I may not show it on camera, and that's because I don't wallow in that place. I don't stay in that place of feeling depressed or feeling lonely or feeling down. And the reason I don't is because I understand what I'm about to share with you. Quite simply, this is understanding how and why we feel the way that we do. It's really a concept that I encourage you to learn and grasp because it's going to help you feel happier. It's going to help you feel any emotion that you want to feel. So let me just dive right in and explain to you the three components that make you feel the way that you do, be that happy or anything else. The first one is what you decide to pay attention to in any moment in time. There are absolutely billions of inputs that we could pay attention to at any moment in time. And the fact is that we pay attention to just a small amount of those. And let's say something happens. Maybe you have, well, in my case, let's say I bust my knee. So I could pay attention to the fact that, yes, I bust my knee, I can't drive, I can't walk around the town as much, I have to use crutches, I can't exercise, can't do this, can't do that, can't do that. That's not really going to be very serving. That's a great way to make me feel loud and depressed. Or I could pay attention to the fact that, yes, I bust my knee, but it's getting better every day. I'm actually able to use my other leg. I've still got my arms, so I can still go swimming if I want to. So there's all these things that I could pay attention to. So you get that concept? The first thing is about what we decide to pay attention to. And we can pay attention to absolutely anything, regardless of the situation that's happened. Or maybe you've got a different situation. Maybe you had something as simple as you threw a party and one of your good friends didn't turn up, and you decided to put all your attention on the fact that 1 out of 15 or 20 of your friends didn't show up. And that is going to make you feel pretty lousy because you're focusing on the fact that and paying attention to the fact that they haven't shown up for you. They weren't there when you wanted them to be there. So that's the first thing to understand, is that we decide what we pay attention to at any given moment in time. Often we do this unconsciously without realizing what we're doing. The second part of this is really the meaning that we assign to what we've decided to pay attention to. So in perhaps the case of the party, we might assign the meaning that that person doesn't care about us, that we're not really that good friends with that person after all. That's the meaning we've assigned. In my case with my knee, if I'm paying attention to the fact that I bust my knee, I decide to assign the meaning that my body's given up on me, I'm getting too old, I shouldn't really be doing sports anymore. I can assign any number of meanings. Or I could assign a different meaning to it. I could assign the meaning that maybe this is an opportunity for me to slow down a bit, for not taking so much on, and that I'm having to move physically, literally move slower, and therefore I'm having to pay a bit more attention to the things that I'm doing. Maybe it allows me to be more mindful. That's a meaning I can assign to it. Or it could be that I have to learn a new way to exercise, I have to adapt. So it's giving me the ability to be creative, for example. So what I assign to it will determine how I feel about it. Just like if you're the person with the party and you assign the fact that that person didn't care for you, you're going to feel a certain way. Whereas you might assign the meaning that actually maybe they got caught up in traffic, maybe they had problems with their kids. You know, there could be any number of meanings that you assign to it. And the third leg of this concept, this idea about how you feel, how to make you feel happy, is the action that you are taking with your body. How you move your body determines how you feel. If I am crunched over and I'm kind of looking down and I'm using my voice in a kind of low way and I'm feeling a bit depressed, of course I'm feeling depressed because I'm putting that out there. I'm moving my body and I'm acting in a way that supports that idea. Just like if I'm on my knee and my knee's hurting and I decide that, oh, you know, I can't do anything because my knee's bust. And so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit on the couch with my leg up and not do anything. Now, this morning I was doing handstands, you know, I've got 2 working arms. I may not have a fully functional left leg at the moment, but I can still kick up. And as long as I come down with the right leg, it doesn't really hurt. So, you know, I'm moving my body in a way that then supports me to feel much better about the injury, and you know, I'm not paying attention to it in such a way. I'm saying, okay, I can't use my legs, so I can't do squats, I can't do this, that and the other, but you know, I can still do a handstand, I can still go swimming. I've decided to pay attention to a different thing. I've decided to assign the meaning that this means I'm going to be more creative in the exercise, or I've assigned the meaning that this is now giving me an opportunity to improve my handstands, or to slow down, or whatever it might be. The point is, what you pay attention to, the meaning you assign, and how you act in your body, how you act is going to determine how you feel. So whether you want to feel happy, whether you want to feel inspired, whether you want to feel energized, whether you want to feel anything, these three things are key to understand and key to implement in your life so that you can change those feelings, that mood, that state, whatever it might be. When I first heard this, it was like a light bulb had gone off in me, and I just go, wow, that is so amazing. And now that I understand this, and it was in different terms that I heard it, and I changed it to be attention, assign, and action, because I felt it was just easier for me to remember, and maybe it's easy for you to remember it that way as well. But when I understood this and I've tried it, I was like, okay, oh, hang on a second, I'm feeling a bit low now. What am I paying attention to? Oh, right, I'm paying attention to the fact that so-and-so did me over, and I feel that means that they don't care about me, and that means that this was a waste of time, or whatever it might be. Or I could say to myself, oh, I recognise that I'm paying attention to this. Let me pay attention to something good about this person, something good about the experience that I had with them, whatever it might be. And what meaning do I assign? Oh, it means I can do X, Y, Z. I'm a great friend. I'm a great role model. I'm a great this, that, the other. That's the meaning I've decided to assign. And what action am I going to take? I'm going to get off the couch and I'm going to do something. I'm going to move my body in a way that supports the way that I want to feel. And so when you get this, when you really get it, you're going to be able to change any mood that you're in. It's not going to say that you're never going to feel down. It's not going to say that you're never going to feel bad or lonely or depressed or anything like that. But when you do and you recognise yourself in that state, just think about, what are you paying attention to? What meaning are you assigning, and how are you acting? Okay, that is all I've got to say for this week. I want you to take this concept forward for next week and beyond. I want you to share it, and if you like what you're hearing here as well, I mean, this is part of a bigger syllabus of work that I've got, which is the Energy Beat Model course, which you can find out all about by visiting thethoughtgym.com/super energy. It's really my framework for energetic living, which I believe is the cornerstone to all high performance in life. You can't do anything if you don't have the energy for it, and I trust you can see I'm a pretty energetic guy, but a lot of that comes from the mindset first. So we cover the mindset, we cover a whole host of other things. Just go to the link there, to the link below even maybe, to find out more about that and understand how you can train your mind so that everything else in your life will follow nicely. Until next time, remember to share and subscribe, and I look forward to hearing, seeing the comments, responding to the comments, so please do leave me a comment about this, and I'll see you very soon. Until next time, take care, bye bye.